Right before the trees and shrubs drop their leaves and go into their long winter nap of dormancy, many of them display really showy, brilliant fall colors. And this really lights up our landscapes and the countryside. Well, the process that causes a green leaf to turn into one that's colorful in the fall is very interesting. It's actually very similar to the process that green fruit goes through as it changes color as it ripens. Like a green bitter banana will turn into a yellow ripe sweet banana.
Pretty good banana.
Well, to explain this process, we first need to understand exactly what leaves are and what they do. And to begin with, plants are amazing in that they can make their own food. They do this in their leaves. So we can think about the leaves as hundreds of little food factories. The plants will take up water with their roots out of the soil, transport that up into the leaves, and then carbon dioxide from the air will enter the leaf, and the leaf with these two ingredients in the presence of sunlight can produce glucose. Glucose is a type of sugar that the plant uses for food. This process is called photosynthesis, and the word means to put together in the presence of light. The actual substance in the leaf where photosynthesis takes place is in a green pigment called chlorophyll. And chlorophyll, with this green color, is what makes the plant look green. Now, chlorophyll is not very long-lived. After a few days, it decomposes or breaks down. So the plant, in order to keep photosynthesizing, has to continually produce chlorophyll throughout the growing season. That way it has plenty on hand. Well, now that you know all about chlorophyll and photosynthesis, I'll explain how it relates to fall color. As fall arrives, our days begin to get shorter and shorter. And this change in day length triggers a reaction in the plant that signals it to start getting ready for wintertime. It starts getting ready to go dormant. And one of the first things it does is to cut back on the production of chlorophyll. And eventually the production of chlorophyll stops altogether. And then that is remaining in the leaf goes ahead and decomposes or disintegrates, and all the green pigment disappears. Well, once this happens, we can then see other pigments that are present in the leaf, like carotenoids. And carotenoids are a group of pigments that are yellow to pale orangish, and they give us the color that we see in bananas, and also in the petals of our yellow flowers. And the carotenoids also give us the color of our carrots. So this explains the yellow to pale orangish colors in the fall leaves. Well, some plants exhibit bright red or red-orange fall color, like this burning bush we have here. The red fall color is a result of yet another pigment, the anthocyanins. And these pigments are responsible for the red color in our flowers, also the pinks, the blues, and purple colors of flowers. The anthocyanins also are responsible for the color of blueberries and also the skin of the red apples. Anthocyanins are produced in late summer and also in the fall as the temperatures are getting cooler, and also a lot of anthocyanins are produced as the chlorophyll, the last bit of chlorophyll, decomposes and goes away. To have good anthocyanin production and overall brilliant fall color, the weather has to cooperate. If we have an autumn with a lot of cool weather and some really clear sunny days and somewhat dry conditions, we can expect some really good color. On the other hand, if we have an autumn that stays warm and we have a lot of cloudy, rainy days, we can expect some pretty drab fall color. And if we have a hard early frost, that'll totally preempt the fall color as the leaves will just drop from the trees. Well, there you have it. The shorter days of fall bring about a change in the plant. The green pigment chlorophyll is phased out. We get the exposure of the carotenoid pigments that give us the yellow colors, and then those anthocyanins bring about the beautiful reds and red-orange colors. And with the bananas, if you have a green banana, that means it still contains the chlorophyll, the green pigment chlorophyll. It's still photosynthesizing, producing those sugars that it is sending into the fruit that'll make it tasty and sweet for us. Once the sugars are all stored and the chlorophyll is no longer needed, it'll be phased out and we'll be left with the carotenoid pigments to give us the yellow color of a ripe banana. And and that sends us a message that this banana is ripe and it's ready to be eaten. So we can look at the fall coloring of leaves as being ripe for viewing.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.